Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on today's video I am going to be completing my budget with me for my second paycheck in the month of January. Typically what I do when I get ready to complete my budget is I open up my budget book and I look to see when I'm paid and what bills are due within the 2-week time frame that I am paid. For this particular paycheck, it looks as though I do have my paycheck that will spill into the beginning of the month of February. So what I am doing essentially is starting my budget for the month of February. I'm not going to complete it for the entire month, but I will complete it up until the next time that I am paid. Something that I like to do in my budgets is I love to decorate my budgets. The stickers that I'm going to be using today is from Isa Ella Jules, and I found her here on YouTube. The next thing that I'm going to proceed to do is to list out my actual goals for the month. Each month I try to have at least 2 to 3 financial goals. In the month of February, I will be having a no eating out challenge. The next thing that I do is I list out my pay dates for each month. For the month of February, I will be paid on the 4th and on the 18th. The next thing that I need to do is list all of the bills that I have within the 2-week pay period that I will be paid. As you can see, I have the majority of my bills which are due in the beginning of the month. Most of them are due on the 1st of the month. And this section here is where I break down the actual budget in detail, and I have it sectioned out from my bills to my cash envelopes expenses to my sinking funds, extra debt, and extra savings. Now let's go ahead and get into the details.
Grown. I pay my bills are paid.
Don't y'all just love that clip? Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel we talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. In today's video, we are going to be completing my second paycheck for the month of January, and I've already completed it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and basically talk through it so that I can pretty much explain what my budget is, and then also pretty much explain how I budget, just in case you're looking for a way to budget for yourself. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I really encourage you to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So I think it's very important to note that I am a paycheck to paycheck budgeter, which basically means that I do budget my paychecks. However, I have gone from only having the amount of my paycheck in my bill account to having just a separate bill account completely. So that's how I've revamped. So what I have here is not necessarily my income, but it is my bill account balance at the time that I am paid. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, leave any questions that you have down in the comments so that I can explain more. Okay, so we have a total of $200. Let me go ahead and go in just a little bit so you guys can see. And just to also let you guys know, if you didn't catch it in the beginning, I am using the budget the Budget by Paycheck Budget Mom's budget book. I really like the budget book. However, this is the section that I do not like because it only gives me a couple of spaces to complete my sinking funds, and as you can see, I have a lot of sinking funds, so that's the only thing I don't really like about this planner. Let's keep going. So in this section here, these are all of the bills that I have coming up. It is important to note that each paycheck that I do receive, I take half of the bill amount out of that paycheck so that I'm not paying all of my bills out of one paycheck. I'm not sure if you call it anything, but I am a half paycheck. I don't know. I just save half of the bill every paycheck. So this is essentially a standard amount that I will be taking out every single week or every time that I'm paid. Okay. I think it's also important for me to note that I do pay my bills with my credit card, not all of them, but a good portion of these bills I do pay with my credit card. And then when my credit card is due, then I take the money and I deposit it and make the payment to pay the credit card off. Okay. The reason why I do that is because I get rewards. I'm also working on improving my credit because I have some goals coming up in the future where I do want to refinance on my home. I definitely want a lower interest rate. And then I also want my dream car. Yes, I am going to be getting another car. The car that I have now is paid off, but I do want another car. And of course, the better your score is, the better interest rate you get. And then, I just want to work on having good credit habits. And so that is the reason why I do that. Okay. Let's keep going. So it is very important for me to write tithes up here because I do give my tithes every 2 weeks, and it's the very first thing that I do so that the rest of my money is blessed. If you guys want a video on what it means to actually tithe and the importance of it, leave it down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to discuss. My pastor actually just talked about tithing and I had it all right, but it was a little piece that I had a little bit wrong. So I'll link that video up here just in case you guys want to check it out. Next is HOA. So my HOA is $280 a month. I know y'all, it's a lot. So I take out $140 every paycheck to make sure that I pay that bill. Okay, so for my cell phone bill, I will be taking $35 out to pay my cell phone bill. I have myself and my daughter on my plan and she gives me her portion, but we know how that goes, y'all. I talked about that in the last video. ADT, I'm taking $35 out. The full amount for my ADT is $70. And then Spectrum, I'm taking $60 out this paycheck. The full amount of my Spectrum bill is $120. And I do receive a reimbursement, so I'm excited about that. Water, $40. And basically, as far as my water bill and my solar bill and my gas bill, what I did was I took a look at my usage in the winter time and I kind of based it off that. I took the highest bill and I based it off of that. And that's how I got the amount of what I need to budget for that every paycheck. Okay. So water, $40. And actually my water is not that much, but it's okay to have a little bit over. My solar bill is, sometimes it could be a lot. I really need to find out how to decrease my solar bill. Probably just need to turn some lights off and stuff, but I do work from home now. So that pretty much is the reason why that bill kind of is going up, I think. Car insurance is $50 every paycheck. I'm looking to decrease that too. I'm almost 40, you guys. So really I should be paying like $50 for full coverage. So I'm gonna be looking into cheaper insurance. And then gas is $40, which is my SoCal gas. The winter time, I do not like being cold, so I 100% cut my heater on. So I can't wait till the summertime so I can stop cutting it on. And then next is memberships. My memberships is about $20. So bill total is $460. Okay, so now let's move down. So now these are my envelopes / expenses. These are like expenses that I have every 2 weeks. So I have groceries, which is $150, gasoline, $120, toiletries, $30, and household, $30. and the total for that is $330. So we have leftover $1,210. So now here we are going over to the sinking funds part, where as you can see, I don't have enough. I probably should have talked about this dashboard. I'll talk about it in a second, but you can see these are all of the sinking funds that I have, and I think I even have a little bit more than this, because I know I have my homework sinking funds, which I probably need to I should have did that. I have my homework sinking funds. And the very first thing that I'm going to be working on with my homework sinking funds is my shutters right now. We're going to be finishing the shutters upstairs on my second floor. So I need to note that. So basically this is a dashboard that I got from Erin Condren a few years back. And I have all of my sinking funds here. Sometimes I might contribute to these sinking funds and sometimes I might not. It just all really basically depends, you know, what's going on financially in my life. And then on the other side, these are the bills that I pretty much have, and then the dates that they're due. A lot of my bills are due on the first of the month. And then I also have the only debt that I do have right now. Well, I have a couple more debts, but you'll find out what those are when I complete my debt payoff video. And then my expenses are here. These are pretty much generally the expenses that I have every single 2 weeks. But like I said, depending on what's going on in my life, some of these amounts may fluctuate, okay? That's very important. That's why it's important that you complete your budget, so you know what's going on and how much money you have coming in, going out, and all that good stuff. So I just put total here, which total and sinking funds that I'm taking out this paycheck is $385, okay? And then I'm gonna be starting, I'm not paying anything extra to debt right now. I'm gonna wait until I complete my my plan so that I know how much I'm gonna be actually contributing to debt per paycheck. And then extra savings, I'm gonna be doing my savings challenges a little bit different, and I'll explain why on that particular video. So for the $5 saving challenge, I'm going to be saving $25. So left over in my bill account will be $800, okay? This is pretty much how I'm going to be completing my budget in the year 2022. I hope that this was easy to grasp and explain to you guys. A lot of you guys tell me you don't know where to start. So if you would also like a video, kind of like a where to start video, I'll be more than happy to do that as well. I think a lot of people, unfortunately, don't complete their budgets, or they find it very hard, because when you do complete your budget, you sometimes realize how much money you actually don't have. You know what I'm saying? So it gets a little stressful and you're just like, oh, I can't do this, and you leave it alone. And I know that to be true because I've had that feeling before myself. I'm like, oh, I don't have no money. Oh, so then I get like totally confused and things. So you just gotta go through it. So, you know, you gotta fix it, you gotta get it under wraps, and then, you know, figure out how you can make some extra money on the side, how you can save some money, how you can take some things out of your budget, XYZ, but you gotta be real with yourself and with your money, okay? So that pretty much sums up my budget. Make sure that you guys stay tuned, because I will be the next video that I will be uploading, which is on Sunday, will be the actual cash stuffing portion of our budget here. But thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. But I also want to know, how do you budget? Do you budget per paycheck? Do you budget for the month? Do you also budget with a bill account? I would be curious to know. But thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching and hanging out with me. Go be great. Peace out.